Okay, that was weird. I think I'm broadcasting. Let me just check and we'll find out. Okay, yes, I am live. Okay, so here's where we're at. I moved my site over and got the pages working. Then I spent quite a bit of time on sharding and such, and I did that off screen because it's all really specific to my website. But if you're curious, okay, so there was the cloud migration I did yesterday, and so this is basically where we ended up. Then I got into a long discussion about the caddy rewrite for the URL, and so that's this one. See, basically I wanted to do this, right? And because I have my posts are in this directory index.htm to serve all my posts as flat files, so I don't have to do a database lookup and CGI run every time I serve a post, for a variety of reasons, mostly because I can't do the overhead, especially when I get too many requests. So we went on and on trying to make this work. And so on and on and on. And then I finally got it to work. If you really want to see all of this, just send me a note and I'll send you the link to this. Okay, so finally I got caddy file to where I wanted it to be, and we'll take a look here. There it is. And you see what we had to do. We had to rewrite our posts. Okay, well that's something else, but we had to actually specify a route for all of these things, and then try the files and then actually make the thing work. Really annoying, big pain in the neck. Okay, and then the second thing, which is what I was doing this morning, is making the redirects work. So the idea here is that I have a website, or I have a URL, downs.ca /post/ then the post number /RD. And the RD stands for redirect, and what's supposed to happen is it looks up in the file system where the redirect file is and then sends you to that place. So for example, here I am. Okay, it'll be in www and downs.ca. You can't really see that there. Oops, let me make that smaller. Move it over so you can see it. Oops, that's not it. That's not it. Jeebus. There it is. Okay. So it's a bit hard to see because I don't know how to make this bigger. So we select downs.ca and then RD. And so this is the redirect for post 374. And you can see here, it's just a URL. So the way I've got it set up, and ChatGPT explained it nicely for me, which is kind of ironic because I'm making ChatGPT do stuff. So let's see, just find this. say it took me a while to get to this point. And oh, well, got to go back to that specific chat, right? All right, so my current access pattern is browser to Caddy, which does this rewrite. This was a big pain to do. Then to Apache, into Perl, doing file system lookup, and then the redirect. But the problem is it's Apache dependent, CGI dependent, fork per request, so overhead, and it's tied to the file system layout. So I could just create a simple redirect microservice, browser to Caddy, which will reverse proxy it, send it straight to the redirect service, which will do the file system lookup, and then redirect. Beauty. So I've decided to do that. So I had some more discussions with Chat GPT just to make sure it's going to work without breaking stuff. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, add safe write, add optional caching, stress test the file system approach. I don't know why it went into all of that. So, oh, that's all stuff I can do later. So, okay, let's set up a redirect microservice see what it says. Perfect. Let's do it cleanly, incrementally, and without breaking what already works, because it's working now. Minimal production, sane setup. Okay, until you're confident. All right. Listens on an internal HTTP port, handles this, reads this, right parent leaf. That parent leaf is the idea here is each leaf has a value between 0 and 99. So those are the last two digits of the post ID, and then the parent contains any leading digits, and that can be right now from 0 to 9999. So I'll never have more than 10,000 directories. I'll probably never have more than 1,000, but yeah, we're getting up there. We're 700 and something, so yeah. That's why I want to be ready to go up to 10,000, just in case. Returns 302 location, works for all domains, is fronted by Caddy. No Apache, no CGI, no database. All right, so create the redirect service, Perl, no framework bloat. Okay, let's ask first, is Perl the best choice for this? Or what might we use instead? Perl is perfectly fine. Okay. Easy to deploy and debug at 2 a.m. Yeah. I already wrote the logic correctly. Downsides, pure concurrency story requires care. Image slightly smaller than Go or Rust. The best Go is the best greenfield stub. Would be about 60 lines. Have to rewrite the working logic, slightly more ceremony than Perl. Yeah. Best technical choice overall if you're willing to rewrite once. Overkill. Rust is overkill, but pristine. Much more code. Not worth it here. No dental bun. No. Caddy itself. Yes, really. Clever but not clean. Let's keep it in Perl. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's keep it in Perl. Alright, so the right Perl shape for this. Option A, plain Perl plus prefork, simple enough. One process per request. Easier logging, middleware, slightly more moving parts. Recommendations, start with option A. I can upgrade to PSGI later without changing logic. Okay. This is the version you should actually run. Okay. Looks pretty clean. Let's see what's happening here then. Okay, so we're using, there's just one module required. I like that. There's my base. We'll reach into my shards. Do a little logic on my shards. Respond, forbidden, not found, and then code message. Okay. Or this is the redirect. 302, I believe, is a permanent redirect. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So we need to set up the container, then add the caddy file, add to the caddy file, right? Two steps in this order. Okay, create the app directory. Okay. Paste the exactly, okay, gotcha. Redirector, we're calling it redirector. Okay, perfect. Copy code. So we're going to make, this will add to our apps. All right, so right now we only have one thing in apps, which is Grasshopper. So, okay, so I'm just going to, whoops, it's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Just want to, let's close this. I'm not using this for anything. All right. Just signals the break. Okay, so we've created the new app, and we'll be able to see that here. There it is, redirector. This is pretty cool. I'm liking the structure that we've set up here. Okay, the next thing, oops, let's close this. This is Chrome, which I'm not using at the moment. Okay, and then we'll paste exactly this redirect service code we just agreed to, which is up here. Where did it go? Here it is. Copy code. So we'll call it redirector app.pl, right? App.pl. So we'll go into VS Code and we'll go into redirector. We'll create a new file called app.pl, and let's lower this window a bit. And actually, let's give myself a bit more room. I hate doing that. A bit more room overall so that I'm not doing stuff like that. Now I'll paste this code in. That's the code that we saw before. Alright, and I'll write this, Control S. Okay. Come back down here. He's back to giving me multiple steps. We've had this conversation, ChatGPT and I, multiple times. Okay, handle, add only this. Where? Okay, inside each site block that supports redirects, for example, downs.ca, before any catch, I'll handle add only this. Okay, so let's go to caddy. So let's do this. Okay, so we can see what this does. This is kind of cool. So we have a variable which we'll call @redirect, and the path regexp such that, see, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it comes up. I think it's a command, right? So that we want to take anything that matches this. So this is the entire regular expression. There's no delimiters. This top hat means the start of the string, and the $ means the end of the string. So anything that matches post, slash, and then a digit, and then RD is going to be handled into here and sent to reverse proxy redirector 8080, which is where it'll be listening. So let's save that, and we're going to, and that means all of this we'll be able to remove. Right. So basically we're doing almost the same, right, with the CGI bin here. Handle anything that matches CGI bin. Here we're handling anything that matches this regular expression. Okay. So remember to reload the caddy server later, but let's go back to the instructions. Nothing else. Oh, reload the caddy file. Okay. And keeping in mind it's in a container itself, so we have to run the docker execute command. Oops, didn't like it matches defined more than once, because that's still here. Okay, so we'll actually remove that. Now we'll try this. And that's better. I'll just show you. So, just some information, no errors. And I'm just going to save this in another file. Oops. Not there. Okay, now, next, reload caddy, end-to-end test. end-to-end test expected, make file, HTTP. Okay, so let's see this. Alright, so we'll just try the test here. And we got a 502. That doesn't seem right. But we haven't even loaded the container yet. I mean, like, okay, this is, I skipped a step. I skipped several steps. Okay, oops. All right, paste exactly the code. Oh, I got to chmod it. Okay, create the Docker file. Let's just create it in apps, redirector. New file, Docker file. Alright, Docker file. Come back here. Right, from Perl slim working directory, copy app.pl. Oh, I see, it's just gonna just copies it right in. So we're not even working with shared directories or anything. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, we'll do it that way for now. I might go back. I might want to make it so that I'm. Oops, I didn't copy that for some reason. See, you can click on copy code, but it doesn't always take. Okay, we'll save that. All right, create compose.yaml. Right, so that's going to, okay, so that gives us access, read-only access to the sharded directories with all the URLs in them. Gives me access to the web network. Web external equals true, because we are serving. Okay, so that's going to all be in compose.yaml. So let's make a file, compose.yaml. Compose.yaml. We'll put that code into it. It's always going to restart. Control S. Okay. And then bring it up. So let's bring it up. Okay, so it's downloading the Perl library. Built, created. Okay, so it should be running. Next. Verify it's running. It is running. Started 6 seconds ago. Test the service before touching Caddy. Well, let's see. No, I jumped way ahead for some reason or another. Failed to connect. Okay, that's not good. Let's try it. Don't just. Okay. And we'll give Caddy this error, see what it says, or ChatGPT this error, see what it says. Cannot connect. App.pl is not an HTTP server. Oh, I must have put the wrong thing in. Replace app.pl with app.psgi. Okay. Well, then. Okay, delete. Add a file. .psgi. Oh, and then it says $app. Oops. No. Okay, I can't undo the delete permanently. All right, let's redo what we did. Okay. We can't even do that. Okay. GSL. $app. Okay. All right, maybe I don't need the other one. Control S. We'll save that. Fix the Docker file. This is the key part. And it'll start as a real HTTP server. But I don't know why he gave me one that wasn't a server when we knew all along I'd need a server. I mean, what's the matter with you? Just, oh. Okay, this is the Docker file. Oh, it's gonna, right, okay. Run cpan m. Okay, so it's gonna load Plaque and Starman. So it's gonna be a bit heavier, but we'll see how that goes. All right. This is the new. Okay, Control S. Okay. And rebuild and restart cleanly. Okay. All right. Verify it's stable. Looks good to me. Test directly. Failed to connect to localhost. It's only the one. Oops. Okay. Oh, it still says Perl app.pl. I don't see why it would. Let's get rid of that. I'll have a little more room to read here. Let's give it this and see what it says. You haven't applied the changes yet. Okay. Did I not save? I forgot to save. That's what happened. Okay. Alright, so we'll go back. Wish it would stop overwriting things. Okay. Copy code. Oh, PSGI, not PGSL. Rename PSGI. Now let's try it. Compose down. Build no cache. There we go. Now it's installing Plaque and Starman. It's taking a bit this time. Not really surprising. Oh. The image could not install Plaque Starman during the build. Replace the run. That's the minimal mix pan M. Okay, so I love how it just keeps getting these things wrong. And it's installing again. Hopefully it'll install correctly this time. shall see. That's always the issue with Perl, is these requirements, these module requirements, and they can be tricky. Looks like it's doing something now. There we go. Exporting to image, exporting layers, which will take a few seconds. So it's actually building the image. We're not going to need to run this more than once. Built. Very good. Now we'll get it up. Okay, created. Now onto the test. Let's just compose build again. Oh. This should go a lot faster. Probably didn't need to run that step a second time. Oh well. It really doesn't matter. I'm just basically doing what I just finished doing a few seconds ago. Building cPanel? No, it can't be. That's got to be something different. Here comes Starman. Exporting to image. Exporting layers. Remember that took a few seconds last time. Done. Okay, come back here. Okay, it built successfully. Great. Okay, we're going to Docker ps grep it. Oops, we just ran that. Again, a pressed copy, but it didn't take. Super annoying. Should see up and not restarting. Okay. Up. There it is. Okay. Test the redirector directly. Now it should be running as an actual web server. Failed to connect to localhost. No, VS Code popped up a little notice saying my app on port 8080 was available. So my redirector container is not publishing port 8080 to the host. Okay. See, once again, it's, oh, I see. Oh, that's what happens. If it's not done writing when I hit copy code, it doesn't copy. All right, let's see what this says. Okay, redirector 1 is, okay. So let's give it this. And it's been up for 4 minutes. Okay. Quick test without publishing any ports. Test the service itself. So we'll run this from the VPS. Okay. This looks good. 302 found, because that post does exist. All right. Okay. Now it should work. So I don't need it. Yeah, because Caddy can reach it. I don't need it. Okay. So it's perfectly fine if it never works. Okay. So stupid. The service itself works. Okay, so we did the Caddy file routing already. Oh, we're running out of context window too, so it's getting slower, but I think we're almost done here anyways, because I did this. Why that upstream name? Ah, okay, we need to make sure we've got that right. Okay. So, go back to Caddy file. And, yeah, here. It just assumed it would be named redirector way back when, but now it's redirector 1, Control S, 8080, which is that port. Reload Caddy, yep. Info Warren, no issues there. Test end to end. Copy. Lovely, that does work. And it should be working now as well on my website. And it works. Yay! And we can see that, right? Because here's the oops, copy link. So there's the post slash the post number and then RD behind it. And that's nice and quick. Okay. It works. We have completed our redirector microservice. Okay, it works. And the whole chain is now solid. There's always something else. Use a stable upstream name. If your service is named redirector, I don't know what that means. Okay. Right now I'm proxying to the container instance name, which can change. Better proxy to the service name or set a fixed container name. Easiest, change caddy upstream to the service name and then reload caddy. If that works, you're done. Okay, well, we'll try that. I'm game. So let's hear reverse proxy redirector, and let's restart caddy. Should be all right, and we'll test. Okay. Just reload this page. Now we'll test, and it still works. Let's try a different link just to be sure. Yeah, okay, it still works. All right. And then add a tiny health endpoint. I would never remember that. So I don't need that. I don't need any of this. I'm done. I'm going to call it an episode. We made it work. I'm happy. So that means for the rest of the world, pretty much all of my web services are back online. Well, my main web services are back online. So that makes me happy. The next thing I'll need to do is get the actual PLE Grasshopper running so that I can create and edit new posts properly. Just like I can with the other sites, I need to be able to do it, especially on my main website. But we'll save that for a little bit. It's not crucial. Well, it is crucial if I want to create a newsletter, but it's not crucial in terms of serving the rest of the world with what I've got. So that's it for now. I'm going to go have